Hi, my name is Shaniki, and basically, this is AI housing part three. We're going to start off from the situation from AI housing part two. Well, you can basically think of all the ways that AI can help our economy, not just in the United States, but overseas. It can also be used for evacuation purposes, not just war purposes, but as far as hurricane, tornadoes, anything that Mother Nature can basically take out. So take a minute to think about what AI can do for your community as worldwide. Excuse me. There's a lot of technical issues going on, especially now that it's a weather issue in Alaska. So I'm not going to spend too much time on AI 3, but you will hear me elaborate on it on AI housing number 4. And so basically what I was trying to say with in number 2 and in the discussion that I was talking about. And don't worry, I'm not going to go back and try to correct whatever is going on, because sometimes you need evidence that there was some type of technical issue going on while you were trying to deliver a message, especially a message to people who are not aware of what's going on in our economy. And so basically, right about now, what I was saying about in AI housing part two is like you got to be careful with AI and whose hands you put it in. Because some people want to do good for it, which it can be for the good, but at the same time, it can be for whatever purposes that a individual wants to do with AI. And so what I was saying that I was touching down on is like if we have certain issues in our economy and you had to evacuate for whatever reason, AI should be able to place you wherever you need it to go, especially in housing. So if you had a hurricane or tornado or war, perhaps it should be able to alert the community and let you know, hey, you got to evacuate. Like the situation that happened in Florida where they had like a category 5. So they really should have thought about, like a lot of individuals should have really, really packed up and left. But Americans, they're willing to stay through anything. And as far as foreign individuals too, there is, put it like this, you're not no superhero. So some things that Mother Nature or humans on earth throw at you, you can't always fight. So sometimes you have to leave and come back when it's a better time to resolve stuff or take care of a situation. Now, as far as war, yeah, if you had to evacuate, then evacuate. If you have to move, then move. But don't use it to the point where what I'm hearing now, some people say, well, we couldn't afford to evacuate. If you see a mountain, then climb that mountain to the highest tip and just stay there until everything's over, as you can see everything from a mountain. So if you have to evacuate, even if it's in the nearest town or the nearest state, then be prepared. But what AI, since AI is in place or starting to be in place in certain business, it can get to the point where it's like we have a better communication with states and with foreign people, like foreign individuals and foreign businesses overseas. But all you have to do is just have the right person in place. That way everything can fall in place the way it's supposed to. And some people say, can we, there was a time when people was like, they always said that we could never end homeless. Yes, you can. There was always where you could end homeless. But the only thing is, our world isn't as big as we think it is, especially when land is occupied and our population is growing as fast as right now, as I speak. And so basically, when our population grows, it's like more places to build, more money to put out, and everything. So we have to be prepared for what's coming up, the next generation and the next generation. You know, it's like there's more people coming on Earth now. So we need to start being prepared, like start putting the jobs in place, start putting the housing in place, start making sure that people are educated in areas where it's needed, especially AI. And it's time to wake up. There's no more excuses now, especially the way our economy is going. And oh yeah, I just got news that they're doing some more robbery and theft in New York, especially a store called Zara, which is sad because that's more like it's a good store. That's a good store. And I hated that they had to go through that. But we're gonna leave that to the NYPD to take care of those issues down there, as far as the theft and the issues going on in New York. And as far as Alaska, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's happening in Alaska, and if you have a chance to check it out and be acknowledged about what's going on everywhere in your states, not just in certain states that you live in, because an issue or a problem that you have in your state can be you might have to think about relocating to a different state that works better for you, especially your income. And then there's another issue. People are tired of living with people. Well, with AI, you shouldn't have to live with anybody. It depends on who you want to live with. But with AI, you shouldn't have to. If you want to be living by yourself, then AI should go on the computer and say, okay, in New York, we have a 1 bedroom and it's available. And we have a 1 bedroom for just you available in Brooklyn and the Bronx and whatever. And that's the same thing with Alaska. If you're a person who just saying, I'm not trying to live with anyone, AI should be set in place where, okay, you're an individual who want to live by yourself, or you're an individual who wants to live by your family and friends, or an individual who just want to just be taking advantages of living wherever you want to live, then AI should be able to set that up to guide you and direct you into wherever you want to live at. And just remember, make sure you have, an income. And if you don't have an income, there AI should be able to set up to the point where you can still live in a place to live, and they'll work with you, whether you have to go to a training program or you have to go to school. But then you're like, why I have to do all that? Well, some of those things you have to do to help yourself, especially if you want to upgrade to a different, you know, living situation. Maybe one day you might have a family and then you've been living on that single income. Now you want to upgrade your life so you can be able to take care of yourself and the people that's involved in your new family. Until next time, this is Shaniki, and I will be on later on again. And also, I'll be back sometime next week for AI housing part 4. Again, you have a good day and don't try to get in trouble or don't try to make trouble. Again, this is Shaniki Smith, and take care of yourself.